Some racing fans, well, I just had to have this car from REVOSLOT. As soon as it was announced, I had to get it. I got a hold of LEV Hobbies, always the best service there. And you guys should know what it is. Oh yeah, it's the F40. And look what I chose. Go figure, huh? A lot of people do. I like the new box art, if you care about that. 1/32 scale slot car. Think different, think metal. I like that. That's pretty cool. So let's see what's on the inside. Oh boy, here we go. Nothing like a little drama, huh? A little build up. Oh my. Oh yeah. Oh, that will do nicely. Boy, it looks like they did a really good job, doesn't it? Man, look at that. Nothing like cracking open a slot car, huh? It's always fun, never gets old. Never. Man, looking good. All right, let's take a closer look, but those fans of REVOSLOT out there already, yeah, this is probably a no-brainer. And as usual, you get a little pamphlet inside here letting you know the cars in the series. I'll probably have every one, even though I don't need them all. It's just the way it goes. Also the exploded view of all your parts, everything that you're going to need. So you can screenshot that if you don't have one, but they always do this. I wish other manufacturers did. It's so simple. This costs nothing to do with all the part numbers and descriptions of the parts, but other brands, I won't mention any names, that call for a high price, don't include anything. And you have to search and search and search to try to find part numbers when this is just that easy. You don't have to go online, you don't have to do anything. Here it is, and I like that. Anyway, yep, we do have our extra guide and magnet. So that covers that. Now we'll give it a closer look on the inside. One thing I forgot to mention is that inside the box you do get your decals. So you get your Ferrari emblems to put on the car, so if you're going to lose sleep over not having them, they are included. So that's very cool for those that care about that. And spare mirrors. To me, the mirrors are more important than these small badges. I'm not really going to say that without them I would feel cheated. I wouldn't. I really could care less. The rest of the car looks great. Having the spare mirrors, that's a big deal that I don't have to reorder. But anyway, they're there for you, and I think it adds to the value of the car. Okay, the most important thing everyone asked is what tires fit the car. Veterans already know all this, but I'm just going to cover it for those that are just joining us. If you prefer a silicone tire, I highly recommend the Quick Slicks brand, part number TS43F. I think that's a great fit on the wheel. I've been using Quick Slicks silicone exclusively on the REVOSLOT series. I switch back and forth between silicone and urethane, but in this series I went with silicone, and no regrets. They work great. They fit great too, and that's the important thing. You don't have to sand them. They just, well, they just work. Now for urethane fans, and I've tested these too, Paul Gage, who's my urethane man, he makes a great tire too. Now this one is the 2110-5 LMDF. Now you could go 20, but I think that it's just a little bit too low profile, and I do like to sand that tire to true it. It doesn't need a whole lot. It's a really good fit, but just a little bit. So for the Paul Gage urethane, 2110-5 LMDF, and for the Quick Slick silicone, TS43F. As far as tech data goes, I'm going to put up a little screen here for you to look at. I made up a chart that has all the technical data. I think it's a cool looking chart. Tells you pretty much everything you need to know. What I'm really happy about is, you know, they don't change anything. So this is all the same as the cars before it, and that's just something that some manufacturers just can't get past. They just have to change things, and then they wonder why people get disgruntled and stop buying their cars, because they just kill the series because they have to change a motor every other release or something like that. And REVOSLOT doesn't do that. They've made a few changes to the chassis, but very small. We're talking about the motor mount screws, stuff like that. Nothing that's really going to affect the competition between the cars. They're all pretty even. They're just a great series of cars to run together. So anyway, I think that chart's been up there long enough. Hope you liked it. Okay, before the road test, before you start racing, you want to lubricate the car. Just a light drop here in the bearings, in the rear and the front that are in these bulkheads. One light drop goes a long way. You don't have to overdo it. Same thing with the motor. Just a light drop here and then here on the other side. Just a very light drop. Don't get crazy with it. And the gears are dry, so you do need to put some lubricant there. I'm going to use some PTFE grease from Slot Car Corner that I get. You use your own favorite gear lubricant. That's what I'm going to use. So we've got the tires installed. I'm going to give it a lube, and we are going to have a road test. So 3.497, that's not bad. It's a little bit behind a couple of the other cars, but with a little tuning, it'll be right there in the game. Not a problem. And there you have it. I have no complaints. This is just a nice slot car. You know, it's not perfect. There is no perfect slot car, but I'll tell you what, they've done a really good job here from top to bottom, fit and finish. You know, it's just a good slot car, and it's well worth the money. I think that REVOSLOT really delivers a lot of bang for the buck. So if you're just starting out, you need to take a hard look at this brand, because they really bring you something different, and they're a lot of fun, and fun's the bottom line. So anyway, hope to hear from you guys online. Look forward to your feedback.